Push workout 2. This one we're going to start with activation as well. Same thing, always with the activation, primed the body for what's to come. And then we get into that lift sequencing, and then we follow it up with a stretch. So to start, we have prone swimmer. So lying on your belly, you're going to keep your chin tucked. Once again, glutes are active, feet are on the ground. Hands now come behind the head. The upper chest slightly lifts off, and keeping your gaze down, you swim the arms out to the side. They're in that T-shaped position. Twist them to the ceiling. Reach back to touch the fingertips together, right above the tailbone, making sure to keep it active, lifting as far away from the ground as you can while maintaining the integrity of the position. As you get stronger, you can lift those arms a little bit higher, and we'll build up on those reps. Option there, resetting each time as you come back in, bringing it up, resetting here, taking a second to pause. Next up, you have those bird dogs. So in that tabletop position, opposite hand and foot are going to stay on the ground, while the other ones lift out, kick the leg back, glute squeezes, reach the arm forward, maintain that stability in the core, back to center, rinse and repeat. As you progress with that, we'll add on a little bit more balance, challenge, and things like that. And then we have a scapular push-up. So from the tabletop position as well, kneeling here, we're going to keep the elbows straight, arms straight, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then pull them apart. So just articulating the shoulder blades, making sure nothing else in the body is moving. Then we're going to start with the dumbbell stuff. In the lift, we have a single arm chest press. So making sure core is active here as well, heels into the ground. Now our elbow, we don't want it to flare up past the shoulder, so just kind of angling the wrist slightly in towards the body, down and back up. When we get into that tempo week, we're going to take it slow on the way down. Option here, if we need to, we turn the palms a little bit more in towards the midline of the body. And then we have some step ups. So if you have something that you can step up onto, even your stairs, it doesn't have to be too high. You're going to step up, plant through the heel, squeeze the glute, come up, stay on the same side, make your way back down. Since your balance is pretty good, I imagine you won't need to, but if you do, you can tap that foot down for a little bit of extra balance support and make your way back down. Then we'll make sure to do both sides, and as we progress that, we can add load in and add some extra resistance. Goblet squats, palms under the dumbbell. So it's going to help with activating, getting more activation from the core, finding that positioning that feels just right for your feet. Squatting down, keeping tension in the core as you go. Proud chest, down to the bottom, drive out, come up to the top. Option there, you reduce your range as needed. And we're starting with, once again, some lighter weights, higher reps, and building up on that intensity as we go. Then we got some side plank dips. So setting yourself up, elbow directly under the shoulder. Option 1, knees are both bent together, and then we press into the knees to lift the hips away from the floor. Then we bring the hips back down, and then we lift them back up. Option 2, the top leg is straight. We lift and we lower. Now we primarily should be feeling this in our obliques and into our glutes. And option 3, if we're feeling like we're strong enough for option 3, whenever you're ready, you can add it in. Both feet together, straight up, straight down, same thing here. And then finally, rotational wood chop. So you'll grab a dumbbell. You're going to set it up on horizontal is a good way to hold it. And you're going to bring it to one hip. So notice when I bring it to my hip, I kind of push my hip slightly back. Then from there, I've loaded my body. And then I bring the dumbbell up to shoulder height and then back down. So I'm pivoting on my toe, twisting, getting that rotation through the core and back down. Now making sure here, we want to make sure we're not folding forward. We're just hinging the hips back, so imagine like you're just closing a door behind you, and then you twist through the core to bring it, and almost like you're throwing it over your shoulder. And then the stretch for this one here, we've got a scorpion, so lying on your belly. Option 1, arms straight, reach across, trying to keep the, trying to reach the toe to the ground. Option 2, we bring a bend into the elbow. That's going to target the pecs a bit more. We reach across and we get the same sort of stretch, but this time we target a little bit more into those shoulder and pec fibers. And then figure 4, so lying flat on your back, crossing one leg on top, reaching behind the knee, pulling it in towards the chest. You're going to feel this on the side of the glute of the leg that is bent. And that is push 2.